All right. Hey, everybody. So tonight I am going to make coconut shrimp in the air fryer. Our air fryer is back. It has been gone for 4 months. If you're watching this later, I am recording this on June 1st. So it has been gone since the end of January, the beginning of February. And it came back for hosts last month, but now it's available for everyone. And I want you guys to see it in action because it is amazing. So from my VIP page, I had a couple requests for coconut shrimp. And there actually is a coconut shrimp recipe that comes with the air fryer. And it's in the air fryer cookbook that comes with it. I can't seem to find mine right now, but it looks a little bit like this. This is the Quick Cooker cookbook, and it's just full of all sorts of things. And it really is a great guide about how to use your air fryer and how to, how to get started and then how to keep going. So it is pretty awesome. All right, so we are gonna go through one new thing for sure tonight, and then we're gonna talk about the shrimp because really that's the main attraction tonight. Obviously, is the shrimp. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the shrimp and we're gonna pat it dry. I had Maddie put it in a colander so it didn't leak all over, but it was sitting in the sink. So we're going to grab a stainless steel bowl here, and I'm gonna grab the biggest one. And I'm going to put that colander over the bowl. I love these stainless steel bowls and these colanders. If you don't have these in your kitchen, you need to get them. They fit together. They nest down inside of each other. So if you have limited space, they are great for that. I love that they all nest. And I honestly have 2 sets of the stainless steel bowls, and they nest in together perfectly. And I just keep them in I have a bowl cupboard, people. It's amazing and crazy, but I do. So my shrimp is just a little icy yet, but I'm going to grab some paper towels. This is very technical how I'm going to do the shrimp. We're going to pat it dry. I'm going to make sure that the shells are off of it, and we're going to try to get all the ice off of it. Before I left to go get the kids today, I really should have gotten the shrimp out and let it thaw, because when it's in the bag, it just doesn't thaw nearly as well as when it's like just sitting in a strainer, hanging out, getting ready to be eaten. So we are obsessed with shrimp at this house. Honestly, we probably eat it twice, maybe 3 times a month. I always get my shrimp at Costco. Occasionally, I do get it at Aldi. I will put that out there. They have a great shrimp at both places. I prefer the Costco shrimp, but when it's cost effective wise, sometimes I do get it at Aldi because it is a little less expensive. But I like the big fat ones. I don't know what size I'm ever supposed to use. I never read that part of the recipe. Whoopsie. So I always end up with way more shrimp than I ever could possibly need. But it's okay because my kids love shrimp and I love shrimp. My husband, not so much unless it's breaded and fried and he can dip it in lots of cocktail sauce. So it's a good thing he's not home tonight. Love you, honey, if you're watching this later. He's not home, so we're going to make the coconut shrimp. And then I'm going to do quite a bit because I have 2 air fryers, guys. So I can totally load up both air fryers and go to town. So I'm going to start with this mini. It's a lot. Holy moly, it's a lot. So you want to pat them dry. You want to get them as dry as you can because you don't want all that extra liquid. Otherwise, if you have the extra liquid, it's not going to get crispy like you want it to. So we're just going to kind of push these. This is the technical way to dry shrimp. I'm sure of it. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the way Jessie does it. So we've got these nice and patted dry. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see on the paper towel, like where the water was. So there was quite a bit of liquid. And I just look at my shrimp and make sure there's no shells, no poop left on them, because who wants to eat shrimp poop? That's just gross. Not going to do that tonight. So we're going to start with these guys. The recipe calls for 8 ounces and tail on. I never use tail on, you guys. That's just asking for trouble. I would have a kid eating tails, and they're old enough to know better, but I'd still have kids eating tails. Okay, so these are our coating trays, and they're fantastic. I love them. I use these all the time for fish, and I use them for anytime I need to bread anything. So tonight's in one of those instances. So we are going to add the flour, which is not very much. We're going to add a little flour to the bowl, the first bowl, and that is a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to grab, it's literally I buy flour by like the 20-pound bag, and somehow this is all I have left. So I need to go get flour. Me and Costco are gonna have a date this weekend. So half a cup of flour. Don't have to be too technical with that. We're not baking, we're just doing some air frying, so it's okay. All right, so we got the flour in there, and then we're gonna do the egg and milk in this guy. Oh, I need a prep bowl. We have our own chickens, so I always crack my eggs into a prep bowl, because you just never know what you're gonna get. If the kids left the eggs too long, it just, you just never know. So we always break them in, and I'm not going to do that on camera this time because I don't know what we're going to get. So anyway, so we're going to dump those eggs in there. And then we need to grab the milk and just get a couple tablespoons. And actually, hey Maddie, can you go grab me some milk, please, out of the garage? We are out of milk in the house, so Maddie's going to grab it out of the garage. And last but not least, we're going to take some coconut, panko, and melted butter, and we're going to put it into the last one. So we need 3/4 of a cup of coconut, and this is sweetened coconut. I'm sure if you used unsweetened, it wouldn't be as good. So, and plus, coconut's just delicious. Could you just measure me 2 tablespoons, sweetie, in this guy? A little mini baby. All right, so we are gonna grab some panko. It calls for a half a cup of panko, 3/4 of a cup of that wonderful coconut, and then some lime zest. So I need to grab my zester or my microplane, whichever I find first. Oh, found them both. Okay, so this is our microplane zester. Again, it's back. Yay! It and the coarse grater are both back. I'm so excited. You guys, I don't know how I lived without them, or I don't know how anybody could live without them. But I love this guy, and it is perfect for zesting limes and oranges and lemons. You just, when you zest a lime, you don't want to go too deep. You still want it to be green, because what happens is that pith, that white stuff on the inside of your lemons, limes, oranges, that can be a little bit bitter. So you don't necessarily want to get down to that white, especially if you want something to be sweet and amazing. So I'm just giving it a little shave here. And it says the zest of 1 lime, so I'm gonna try and get quite a bit off. And then we're going to mix this all together. It's gonna be so good. Oh, and then we're gonna throw some butter on it, because butter makes everything better. All right, I think we're pretty well done. And we're gonna use the juice from this lime in the end of the recipe. So I'm just gonna take my butter and I'm just gonna drizzle it all over everything, and I'm gonna grab a little scraper and mix it together. Or a big scraper. All right, so I've got my small mix and scrape, which is the medium one, if you're not familiar with scrapers. And we're just gonna make sure that we kind of get all that lime zest incorporated and get the coconut mixed in with the panko, because the panko is gonna give it that yummy crunch. And I have lime zest all over my scraper. It's not supposed to be there. And then we're also going to give them just a little squirt with the kitchen spritzer when we get them all coated up with all this yumminess. Okay, so we got that. It looks good. The lime zest is kind of hanging out in clumps, but that's okay. You'll get the idea, right? Okay, and then we're going to take the whisk and whisk our milk and eggs together. We just want to get it incorporated, because it's going to be what helps the coconut and lime and panko mixture stick to the shrimp. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Can you guys kind of see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. All right, in the sink. All right, so next, I'm gonna get my trays ready. They're sitting right here, so you guys can't quite see them. But one thing that I don't know if other consultants tell their customers, but I really prefer using parchment paper when I'm doing something like this with my air fryer. The reason being is I don't like to clean. I hate to clean, in fact, a lot. And so I can throw these in the dishwasher but they don't always come clean when you don't use the parchment paper. This is a special parchment paper with holes in it. I got it at Amazon.com. I literally bought this package when the air fryer came out a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I still have a huge pile. I think it was $9 for like 250 sheets. I use them a lot, but I clearly am not using them enough because I still have a ton. So, all right, so we've got flour, egg and milk, and then the coconut. So we're just gonna take our cute little shrimps and we're gonna put them in the flour. Then we're gonna dip them in the eggs. And I have a tool for this, but I like to get my hands dirty. So we're just gonna do that. So cute little shrimps. Yes, Katie, I will do that. All right, so this is tedious, but you guys wanted to see coconut shrimp, so here we are. All right, so we're just gonna do that with all the shrimp. And we aren't gonna put them, I kind of put those two guys close together, but I'm gonna spread them apart. I'm gonna do like 3 across the top of the air fryer tray. And I'm going to do 3 trays at a time because I did a lot of shrimp. And then what I'll do is I'll flip them a third of the way through. And we are going to cook them for, it says, turn the wheel to bake and press the wheel, only 8 minutes, you guys. It's super, super, super fast. I have made this recipe before. It was a while ago. But yeah, I have made it and it's so good. I texted Maddie because I was in town at a meeting and I said, well, I'm going to make coconut shrimp for supper. Do we have coconut? And she said, yes. And I said, I'm going to make coconut shrimp. And she said, yay, which she's 13 and you don't always get reactions like that out of the 13-year-old. So it was kind of exciting. So I have a question. What else do you use the parchment paper for? Pizza rolls, cheese sticks. You know, I just throw those guys on there. Those seem to come off, but if I'm doing like air fried Oreos, I definitely do that because that dough that I use for those air fried Oreos, it's crescent rolls. It does not, it likes to stick on those racks. So I definitely use it for that. I've also done some apple pie, like bomb churro things. Used it for that because that was those canned biscuits. Super good for that. Hey, kids, dog. Like they don't hear him. Anyway, so those are the things I mainly use it for. I don't use it for pizza rolls. I suppose it would make less of a mess, especially if you have children, which I'm sure that you're talking about that, Vicky. But yeah, I tend to do it when it's like the stickier stuff, like breads and that kind of thing. Never like pre-made garlic bread because that doesn't stick to anything because there's so much butter in it. So, all right, so here we go. We've got 1 tray done. So then we're going to pop it in the air fryer and I'll show you guys the air fryer and then I'm going to sign off and do the rest of this. And then I'll take a picture of the shrimp when it's all done. Actually, when I get this little tray done, I will show you guys the kitchen spritzer, which I'm not going to make any promises that mine's going to work because it's been kind of naughty lately. There's a lot of shrimp on that one. I'm going to trim my fingers off here. Nobody heard me to put the dog out, so that's fun. So if I texted them, I'm sure that they would come. All right. Too bad Dad's not watching. He would definitely text them and say, listen to your mom. All right. So here's our kitchen spritzer. Literally, you guys, this lives on my counter. I use it all the time. So you just pump it up until you can't pump anymore. And what it will do is putting pressure down here to help you spray it out. Now, my nozzle is kind of not spraying so much as squirting. So don't get, I need to get a replacement nozzle. So I'm just going to, oh, it kind of half did it. But I'm just going to squirt those because, like I said, I need a replacement nozzle. I'm just going to squirt them so that they've got a little bit of oil. That's going to help crunch, okay? All right, so we're going to put that in the top shelf. Do you want to see another tray or are you good? Because I will keep going. I'll start, and then if you guys are done and you just want to see the finished results, I will come back later. But this is kind of tedious, and I can't imagine why anyone would want to watch me do this for another 10 minutes. So I'm just going to do it like this time. Try a little different here. All right, so the air fryer, I know I said I would talk to you guys about how you can get it. I posted that on my personal page, and I'll be talking about it if I post this in a party. So this month you can get the air fryer any way you want. So you can spend the $279, pay full price, and get it. Totally up to you. You can also host a party and you can get it half off. So if you're like, I want that guy real bad, but I'm not sure I want to pay $279, which it's about $300 plus tax, $299 to be exact, with 6.8 sales tax here in Aiken. So if you don't want to pay the $300, you can do a party. You can get it for half off. So I'm not sure what the whole price is on that, but we can talk about it and let you know. And you do get free shipping when you pay full price for it. So, I mean, that is a bonus. And plus, you'll get the guest special, whatever that may be. In July, if you want to wait that long, it's a long time, you guys. Oh, gosh, I completely forgot. This month, it's double free for our hostesses. So, technically, if you really had a good party, you wouldn't even have to have a really good party. You would only have to have a $700 party. You could get it for free. Like completely free. And my average host with my parties in double free month is usually between $800 and $900. So you would have no problem getting the air fryer absolutely for free. You can host a party in July and get it 60% off. And last but not least, actually my favorite way to get it is you can join our team, and it's $279 for the kit that has the air fryer in it. And you get $1,100 worth of product for $279. So that's really my favorite way to get it, because holy crap, who wouldn't want to get $1,100 worth of product for $279? All right, so I think that I will sign off. I will post a picture in the comments of these guys when they're all done. Like I said, they only take 8 minutes to get them coated up, so it's not going to take very long. I'm just about out of the coconut mixture here, so I'm going to have to get a little bit more of that in there, but I will take a picture and post it in the comments as soon as the shrimp is done. I hope you guys are having a fabulous, it's Tuesday, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.